Can Liverpool do the quadruple? Everybody's saying, well, it can't be done, but maybe it can. They've got Newcastle at the weekend, then they go to Villarreal, then they've got the FA Cup final, and so it goes on. But they're not just beating teams, they're winning pretty easily, and they still look quite fresh as well.
The 6-1 to win it, Stevie. Is it in their minds that they can win all 4 of these trophies this season? Obviously, they've already got one of them.
I don't believe that they're thinking about it. I think the only person who may think about it would be Klopp. And he'll be thinking from a personal point of view how brilliant. But I think that he will just check himself. Every time he walks out his office, he'll check himself on the way out and say, right, it's the next game. It's only the next game. It's the oldest cliche in the book, but it's the only way you can do it. Because if you start looking far ahead, then you'll slip up by making a mistake. You'll take your eye off the ball. And that's what's going to do Liverpool. It's going to be somebody is going to make a mistake, or there's going to be a fluke deflection. The only way you see them not doing it is by either of those two things. Because they're doing the job. They're going out, they're squeezing people, they're creating chances, they're scoring goals. They're just like a machine right now. But let's not forget, it's not in their hands either. It's in Man City's hands. So, yes, they can do it, but a lot of things have got to happen between now and a month's time.
What are your thoughts on the quadruple, LA?
Well, it's nice to think about. It's beautiful to think about. You talk about romantic story. Yeah, it would be great, and Stevie would be partying, and that'd be wonderful to see. But honestly, I think if you're Jurgen Klopp, you're better off thinking about Newcastle on the weekend. And once you deal with that, then you think about Villarreal. And you just have to keep going along this way, because if you start talking about what is it that a quadruple could mean for this club, I think you fall into the trap that Stevie just alluded to, and that is maybe you get ahead of yourself. And I think something that this club does very well, and that Liverpool as a group do very well, is they focus on the task at hand. So today they did not overlook Villarreal. They knew they were superior to Villarreal. They showed it on the field. It was a dominant, comfortable performance. And now they just got to go about doing the same thing against Newcastle and then Villarreal next week, and so on and so forth. Now, once you build momentum and you start winning things, and now FA Cup is a possibility, and you win that, and then you qualify to a final in Champions League, then maybe at that point you start thinking, oh, this could be special, this could be something else, and why not make it happen?
Has there been a lot of talk about the quadruple back in the UK, Ian?
Yeah, lots of talk about it, but this game coming up on Saturday against Newcastle is interesting. That is a possible banana skin, I think, because Jurgen Klopp doesn't like this idea of playing Wednesday evening and then in the early kickoff on Saturday lunchtime. So almost no turnaround, really, probably just one training session to work on what they're going to do at Newcastle. But Newcastle aren't the team they used to be 2 or 3 months ago. They've got more points than almost anybody in the league, and they're flying under Eddie Howe, and they'll fancy that assignment. They'll fancy they could be a side who might trip up Liverpool at St James's Park. So, to underline Ali's point and Stevie's point about taking every game as it comes, there is quite a difficult one straight away.
It does sound like a bit of a cliche, doesn't it, to say taking each game as it comes and at this stage of the season. But how important is it to do that as a player?
It's the most important thing. It has to be top of your list. Listen, I know a couple of players that played with me, and we at one stage had a chance to do a double-double, and they went away and got pictures taken, ready for it happening. And guess what? It didn't quite happen. You just cannot think about it if you're a player. It's about the next pass. It's about the next thing you do. It's about the next game. It's the most important thing. And it's not about playing well either. It's just about winning and concentrating. And probably for Liverpool, it's about not making mistakes.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.